अंदर आए ना।
ओ यार क्या खूबसूरती है। ओए होए यार
वैसे नहीं मोदी उधर
हाँ
इतना रुपया पैसा
हाँ जी।
लगा रहा।
तो गाइस कैसे हैं आप। उम्मीद करते हैं कि आप सब खैरियत से होंगे और हमारी दुआ है कि हमेशा खुश रहें, हंसते और मुस्कुराते रहें। मेरा नाम है मोहम्मद सोहेल।
मेरा नाम मोहम्मद सलीम।
मैं गुलाम सर।
और मैं ज़फ़र इकबाल।
और आज हम जिस वीडियो पर रिएक्शन देने जा रहे हैं, इस वीडियो का टाइटल है मालदीव वेस्ट लक्षद्वीप इंडिया ट्रैवल। भाई काफ़ी इंटरेस्टिंग व्लॉग है, तो वीडियो करते हैं स्टार्ट। अगर वीडियो पसंद आए वीडियो को लाइक, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कीजिएगा।
In this video, I'm comparing one of the most popular tropical destinations in the world, the Maldives, with an exclusive place in India that's actually in the same atoll as the Maldives, Lakshadweep. So, if you want to know
ये
which
दोनों
one
का
is better
comparison
and what the distinctions are, make sure to keep on watching until the end. Hi, my name is Ivana and I have been living in Bangalore now for 3.5 years. Just recently, I had the absolute privilege to visit a beautiful conservation area right here in India called Lakshadweep. Now, Lakshadweep is actually part of the same atoll as the Maldives, and the Maldives, of course, are super famous. So I thought it would be super interesting to make a comparison video where we look at what Lakshadweep has to offer and what Maldives have to offer. First of all, I'm going to look at, of course, the logistics, the accommodation, then the natural beauty, the food, the activities that you can do there, and finally, of course, the culture. At the end, I'm going to give an overall conclusion of what I think about the Maldives versus Lakshadweep. So make sure to keep on watching until the end. This is part 3 in the Lakshadweep series. So if you're already more interested in all the basics on how to travel to Lakshadweep and what the most amazing experience over there was, I've linked part 1 and 2 of this series for you in the description below. Meet my friend Kritika Goel, who is also a travel vlogger. You can find more videos on Lakshadweep on her channel linked in the description below. Let's get into it and start with the first point in the accommodation. The biggest difference that I have seen between Lakshadweep and the Maldives is that the Maldives actually has multiple layers of the luxury levels in accommodation. In Lakshadweep, this is pretty much leveled. You have really nice, comfortable rooms with all the amenities that you would need in a beautiful tropical paradise like Lakshadweep. But if you want to upgrade, even in a suite, for instance, there is no option of an overwater villa or even actually a beachfront facing villa. From what I've seen, that is available in the Maldives. In the Maldives, I also feel the rates vary also more. If you go to a local island, which is like the most budget option, the cheapest room starts at 4,000, 5,000 rupees, and of course with the overwater villas, the rooms can go up to 1 lakh, 2 lakh, until infinity per night. In contrast to that, in Lakshadweep, the prices I feel are a lot more leveled. So for instance, for the regular room with all the amenities for double occupancy, now you would pay 10,000 rupees per night, which actually already went up because it was 8,000 rupees the last time that I was there. And because it is getting more and more crowded and the occupancy is very limited because it is a conservation area, obviously the prices go up. Next to staying on an island, however, in Lakshadweep, you have the option to go on the Samudra cruise boat. And there also the prices have been raised from the last time that I was there. 5 days on a cruise, visiting 3 islands, 4 nights, double occupancy, in such a beautiful conservation area paradise, crazy value for money. So I would say in that sense, Lakshadweep has that, benefit where you can do that cruise, where I haven't seen those options much in the Maldives. In the Maldives, you usually book a room and you stay on one island or on a villa. I actually started with accommodation, but I should have started with logistics. Please bear with me. Let's just get on with the logistics. how to reach the places where you want to be in both Lakshadweep and in the Maldives. How do those compare with each other? Well, they're kind of equal, I would say, because in order to get around in Lakshadweep, you will always have to fly to Agatti Airport. That is the central airport for Lakshadweep. And the same goes for the Maldives, but then it is the island Malé. You will always have to fly to Malé. Sorry, that's my Dutch accent coming up. And then from Malé, you will either have to take a ferry or even a seaplane. In Lakshadweep, however, there are no seaplanes. You will always have to take a boat, or if the weather is bad, there is actually a helicopter, but mostly it will just be the boat. In terms of costs, from Kochi Airport, you can fly to both destinations. The set price usually for flying to Agatti from Kochi will be about 6,000 rupees, and to Malé, which is the Maldives airport, that will be the lowest price, 13,000 rupees. Kritika and me both paid also for a ticket from our respective airports to reach Kochi Airport. So for me, for instance, to reach Kochi Airport from Bangalore Airport, last minute was 7,500 rupees because it was a return flight. So in total, my ticket to Lakshadweep in terms of flights cost me, 13,500 rupees. And I would have been flying to the Maldives, Malé. Probably there should be straight flights from Bangalore. I'm not sure. I'm gonna look it up and I'm gonna put it here if there are actually any like direct flights. Getting around on the islands in Maldives, I think you have a little bit more options. There is a local ferry which may have started by now, which only costs $4. That's crazy. And there are also some private ferries which will cost you, I think, $40 for a one-way trip. In Lakshadweep, you will get a return ticket on a boat from Agatti Airport to Bangaram Island for 6,000 rupees. So that's actually $80, and it's kind of the same with the Maldives. So in that sense, there's not that much of a difference, I would say. Unless you're taking the Samudra cruise boat in Lakshadweep, which means that you will actually be boarding the cruise from Agatti Airport directly, which will be taking you to all of the islands, and then you eliminate the boat ride costs, which obviously is a cheaper option than, having to pay for that separately. Looking at the overall logistics, the flight tickets would be the only main difference, I feel, which also makes sense, right? Because if you're flying from India, you're actually flying out of the country, so obviously that will always be a little bit more expensive than flying domestic, right? Let's get into the next comparison point, something that I've actually been looking forward to.
Natural beauty पर भैया आ गया बात है.
Now, I have been obsessed with the Maldives ever since I saw the first sandbank on Instagram. I think it's just so surreal to be somewhere in the middle of the ocean, surrounded by beautiful crystal clear water with all shades of turquoise and blue.
क्या water है यार, कमाल
And I've
का.
seen a sandbank in the Philippines actually, but it wasn't great weather.
इधर हमारा देखा वो कराची वाला.
Instagram at all. And
खाली
in
बोतलें.
Lakshadweep, I mean, look at this yourself. Admittedly, in Lakshadweep, only Bangaram Island has a sandbank which becomes accessible late in the afternoon. Is it as good as a Maldives sandbank that I've seen on Instagram?
Beautiful sandbank in the middle of turquoise
ये वाकई
water.
कमाल की
This
जगह है.
is
not the Maldives, this is India. Can you believe this? India, right here in Lakshadweep. Look at this gorgeousness.
वैसे नहीं मोदी उधर इतना रुपया यार होता है.
I can't believe this. I am so out of breath. I'm about to cry. Like, this is so beautiful. As you can see, it is a super gloomy day. Can you imagine if this is already so beautiful? How beautiful this is on a sunny day. I absolutely can't get over this. It's too beautiful. Walking out on the sandbank, my friend Kritika and me are just stunned. We both have never witnessed anything like this in our life. It's really fascinating how you get sucked into a moment when your mind experiences such tremendous beauty. All you can do is witness it, take it all in, and feel absolutely tiny. Can it possibly get any more perfect? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it can. Watch this.
Oi, oi.
ओए होए
Oi, यार.
ये सही ले गया
चलता है सूरज. ओ तेरी.
क्या व्यू आ रहा है
यार.
व्यू तो है ना
इसका तो भाई जाने को दिल नहीं कर रहा रात इधर रहेगी
देख लो यार.
Can't get enough of that sandbag, so we are going back and the sun is out, so hopefully today will be an amazing sunset.
Oi, 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 oi.
So you do have to get a bit lucky with the sunset, but even on a bit gloomier day like this, the sandbank is magical. We even got to see bioluminescence, which is
Yeah.
basically nature's glow-in-the-dark organisms.
You touch my soul like a phantom, and you did it right from the start.
ओए होए होए यार क्या नज़ारा है.
If you look at the overall natural beauty and compare them, I mean, Lakshadweep is part of the same atoll as the Maldives. I don't think you're compromising if you're going to Lakshadweep instead of the Maldives. In contrast, actually, because it is a conservation area and because access is so limited, I actually feel that the natural beauty in Lakshadweep is just more exclusive, and one of the biggest examples that I want to show you are the beautiful turtles that Kritika and me got to see.
ये है वो
ओए होए होए.
Moving on to the
Wow.
next comparison point, which is the
Food.
Obviously, Lakshadweep.
फूड से भाई कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं
वो तो
कर
इंडिया एक नंबर पे है खानों के लिहाज से उसका कोई मुकाबला नहीं।
There is quite limited, but it is such freaking delicious, almost home cooked Indian food, like ghar ka khana. That's
Ghar
how we
ka
call it
khana.
here in India. It's the food that an Indian mom would make you at home. It is so healthy and delicious. I can honestly tell you the buffet spread is very limited for
tea
lunch,
or
dinner, and
maximum
breakfast.
हजार.
However, the food that you get is
भी
so
नहीं.
satisfying and so filling that I never in those 5 days there felt like, oh, I'm so bored with this. I want to eat a pasta, or you know, I want to have a pizza or something like that. Nothing like that at all. I actually feel is a plus for Lakshadweep because as a huge Indian food fan, that is the type of food that I really like. Actually, even on vacations, because if I eat too much pasta and pizza, my stomach gets upset. And if I eat that kind of healthy, light, home cooked food with a lot of vegetables, my stomach really likes that. From the food options that I've seen in the Maldives, oh my gosh, it's insane. You can get anything there, and they also grow their own fruits, so you can get like a whole buffet of fruits during the breakfast. From what I've seen, that obviously looks amazing. So I think if you really love ghar ka khana, Indian home cooked food, then Lakshadweep is ideal for you. And if you want more food options, or if you're a super picky eater, then the Maldives would be a better option for you. Almost the last comparison point. I'm going to discuss activities first, and then I'm going to move on to culture. In terms of activities, I think from what I've seen, both places offer so much water sports. It is incredible. You can go kayaking in both places, even though the prices are very different. from what I've seen,
Both
kayaking
activities hai.
for an hour in the Maldives will cost you $22, whereas in Lakshadweep it
Sirf
will
$2.
be 150 rupees.
बस
That's right. So that's
कुछ भी
quite
नहीं है
a big price
$22.
difference, right? Then, well, I have done my research very scientifically on a brown envelope. You can see it here. Then, actually, diving in Lakshadweep, you can get your deep water, no, not deep, open water PADI certified for 20,000 rupees. That is one of the cheapest PADI open water courses that I have seen in the world. I have done my PADI open water in the Perhentian Islands in Malaysia, which is also one of the cheapest and most beautiful locations in the world to get your open water certificate. And I think back then I paid $230 for 5 days, and this is 5 to 7 days. An open water dive will cost you 3,500 rupees, which I think is quite
47 was.
a normal price. An introduction dive, Discover Scuba, for 30 minutes will cost you 2,800 rupees, which is $37.68. In the Maldives, this will cost you, Discover Scuba, $95 for 2 to 3 hours. So it's kind of the same price, right? But I think the the open water PADI course in Lakshadweep
यार कमाल की जगह है
is one of
घूमने
the
वाली
most cheapest in the world, and there's
Vacation.
so much gold, there's so much natural beauty under the water as well. We also went diving. Let me just show you what it looks like, right? We are going scuba diving. It's actually
Love
an
diving.
dive which only lasts for 30
नीचे
minutes.
से
and
समुंदर
only done
से
with people who are
मछलियाँ
also
वगैरह
not yet certified. I am certified, but I haven't dived in 5 years, so I'm very, very happy to just do an introduction dive. Maybe next time I'll come back and I'll do a proper dive, because for that you also need like a 1 hour refreshment course. But right now I'm just feeling comfortable with the introduction dive, and I can show you guys also, if you're not certified, that you can still go diving here. The marine life is actually one of the best in the world, so I'm extremely excited to see that. Like I mentioned, I haven't dived in 5 years, and it's just so good to be near the ocean again, and also to see the underwater flora and fauna, guys. This is the diving suit, as you can see here. Just putting it on. Kritika's also changing. Oh man, long hair. It's not the best thing when you're going diving. Oh, okay. Ouch. Got it. Oh, okay. This diving suit is quite comfortable usually. Well, sometimes they can be super technical. This is really, well, what a noob. I was putting it on the wrong way. So, Kritika, hello. Thank you for correcting me.
I'm not sure this is the right way, but
Let's just
Okay.
roll with this. I think it is, to be honest, because from what I remember, you always needed help
yeah,
from
it's
someone
like
to
that.
like close your
So
diving
if
suit.
here
Yeah.
who doesn't know how to put
It's been 5 years. But I'm happy I have an expert with me.
okay, wait, this is stuck.
Oh, God, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, cool. Awesome.
It is like
I need to stick yours as well.
yeah.
Okay. Hip bump.
All set to go diving.
Yes! Let's go.
या इधर मतलब कि शायद आपने हमारा वो एक व्लॉगर गया था, आप केरला साइड देख लें, केरला साइड भी आपने देखी होगी, इब्रार के आपने व्लॉग देखे होंगे,
बिल्कुल।
इतनी नेचुरली चीजें हैं, यकीन करें बंदे का उधर दिल ही नहीं करता
वहाँ
आने
का
को।
जो कल्चर है, वहाँ का जिस तरह उन्होंने फूड
हाँ।
दिया, वो खाने के लिहाज से तो इंडिया जो है वो पूरी दुनिया में फेमस है। वहाँ का जो खाना
नहीं
है
इधर
वहाँ
आप
कहीं से
देखो
भी
ना,
नहीं
अब
आप
हम ये नहीं कि इधर यार मालदीव की बुराई कर रहे हैं, ये ऐसी चीजें
नहीं,
हम
वो
तो
भी
बस ना
खूबसूरत है, लेकिन अब
वो
ये-
एक चीजें छिड़ी हुई हैं, यही बोल रहे हैं कि अगर चीजें इधर हो तो
तो
भाई ये
बिल्कुल,
कोई
बिल्कुल
काम
यार,
नहीं है।
जो विजिटर होते हैं ना, जो विजिट करते हैं, या मतलब जिनको एक नेचुरल ब्यूटी पसंद होती है,
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल।
उनको खास कर यही चीजें चाहिए होती
यही,
है कि भाई
same to
मतलब
same।
एक जब सूरज ढल रहा होता है उस वक्त एक उन्होंने एक जो है ना वो पिक्चर खींचनी होती है, वो रात थोड़ी थोड़ी होते हुए तो जिस तरह एक बीच के ऊपर चलते
व्यू
हुए
ही दिखाते हैं वो।
जो चीजें वो चाहते हैं ना, जो एक इंसान सोच सकता है,
यार
वो
जो
सब
अंदर
के सब
खूबसूरती है ना, वो
खूबसूरती है
देखने
यार।
के लायक है।
हाँ।
जो मच
मछलियाँ यार, हाँ, मछलियाँ।
छोटी छोटी भाई
Fish,
रंग-बिरंग-
कमाल
हाँ,
की
कमाल
fish
की
थी ये,
फिशेज
क्योंकि
यार,
अगर-
क्या कमाल का व्लॉग यार उसने बनाया यार।
नहीं हर
मजा
चीज
आ
का
गया
कंपैरिजन किया, आप फूड पर आ जाए
हाँ,
तो
food
फूड
पर-
भाई
रेट्स
काफी
बहुत
सस्ता है।
कम है। आप देखिए ना, आम आदमी जो है वो भी इस रेट्स पे वो टूरिज्म
टूर
कर सकता है, वहाँ
सकता
पर
है,
जा
easy
सकता
है।
है। ये एक बहुत अच्छी बात होती
इजी
है कि
आपके
कुछ-
पास भाई इंडिया
बिल्कुल।
में 50,000 रुपया है ना, या 40,000
आप
20,000
मुकम्मल
का
आप जो यहाँ का
आप
ना,
सुकून से कर सकते हैं,
एक दो दिन
एक
का आप
पूरे
टूर
इंडिया
अपना
का
करके एंजॉय कर
टूर
सकते
कर
हैं।
सकते हैं, इसमें कोई शक नहीं। आप देखो ना एक इंडिया भाई, आप मतलब कि एक कंट्रियों पर आ जाए तो एक टूरिज्म को लेकर इंडिया में काफ़ी उन्होंने फ्री वीज़े कर दिए हैं।
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल।
अब सबसे जो बड़ी बात है ना एक टूरिज्म को लेकर, आप सऊदी अरेबिया पर आ जाएं, उन्होंने एक स्पेशल अपनी एक साइड पर एक मतलब कि वो सिटी बना रहे हैं कि एक मतलब कि लोग इधर आके एंजॉय कर रहे हैं, वो एक बार वगैरह हर चीज़ है। लेकिन जो मतलब कि जाहिल होता है खास करके पाकिस्तानी, इन्होंने बोलना यार ये क्या, ये तो इस्लाम मतलब के खतरे में डाल रहे हैं, ये क्या कर रहे हैं। लेकिन वो ये चाहते हैं कि जो वो अरबी हाजा उन जाते हैं ना यूरोप में, न्यू यॉर्क में, मतलब कि ये फिरने वो इधर ही खर्चा करें, वो पैसे हमारे मतलब जो दूसरी कंट्रियों में जाकर जाया करते हैं ना, या एक मतलब कि एंजॉय करते हैं हमने टूरिज्म को लेकर, तो उन्होंने बोला है कि ये इधर ही हर चीज मतलब
भाई
कि रह
ये
जाए।
नहीं है कि आप अगर टूर पे जाते हैं तो आपको फहाश जो है वो चीजें आप कर सकते हैं, वहाँ
नहीं,
पर
हर
आप इस्लाम
चीज़-
के दायरे में रहकर एंजॉय
यार
करें।
आपके सामने तुर्की नहीं
बिल्कुल,
है,
हाँ बिल्कुल, आप
तुर्की
एंजॉय
है,
करें।
मलेशिया है यार, आप जिधर भी इधर देख लें, इंडोनेशिया है,
बिल्कुल
तो
बिल्कुल।
वो क्या वो
हर
उनके
किसी ने
पास
अपना
नहीं है।
कल्चर
नहीं,
जो है
बस
वो
ये
बनाना
बोलते हैं
होता
ना
है
एक मतलब कि इन्होंने एक वो माइंड होता है इनका पाकिस्तानियों का, लेकिन टूरिज्म भाई बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अगर किसी कंट्री के पास हो ना ऐसी चीजें नेचुरली, वो भाई भूखा नहीं मरता, चाहे जो भी हो जाए, उसको तेल की और मतलब के गैस की उसके पास ना भी कंट्री के पास हो, लेकिन ऐसी चीजें हो तो भाई
भाई
एक
मालदीव इसीलिए अभी तक
इसलिए
क्या कायम है
खराब
क्योंकि वहाँ पर टूरिज्म बहुत ज्यादा
टूरिज्म
है।
बहुत टूरिज्म है भाई
उनका
उधर।
सबसे कीमती सासा ही है।
लेकिन उम्मीद करते हैं कि आपको वीडियो पसंद आएगी। अगर पसंद आए तो वीडियो को लाइक, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा। तब तक के लिए गुड बाय, टेक।